As we begin the 2017 hydrant testing, some of the quick items that you will need is a diffuser, static pressure gauge, ZEP, wire brush, the hydrant's map, the Oliver Springs hydrant inspection checklist, and the Oliver Springs hydrant complaint form. All these items will be able to be found here on the desk besides Rescues Bay. First thing we want to do is locate our hydrant on the hydrant map. We're looking at hydrant number 40. Notice I have already put down the hydrant number, the location of the hydrant, the date, the time. All of your flow test will go down in the free flow test results only. We're only doing a single hydrant test. In the orifice size, you'll put 2.5 inch. Then we'll get the static residual pitot test here in just a minute. As we go down through the checklist, the first thing we're going to look at is the appearance and clean of paint as needed. This is the hydrant that we're currently testing. As you see, it's painted. We do not have all the bonnets painted inside the city yet. This is the reason we're doing the hydrant flow test this year. But you'll check a mark whether or not the appearance looked good. One of the items that typically gets checked off that people are putting down as needing done is the chains. A few years ago, we actually started to remove all the chains on our hydrants. So that's an item that you will not want to really worry about during this test. Look at your butt. Alright, fair enough. First test we're going to do is actually a static pressure test. We'll attach the test valve. I would advise to make sure that the pitot tube or the drain tube is actually pointed away from you as you turn this on, because you will turn it on with the valve open. And then close it to get your static pressure. Notice the valve is opening. We'll turn our hydrant on all the way till it comes to a stop. Then we'll close the drain tube so that we can get a static reading on the hydrant. With the valve turned off, we'll get a static reading. This has a 90 psi static reading on this hydrant. Again, we'll note it there in the static pressure portion of the sheet. Now we're ready for the flow test portion of the hydrant inspection. We'll remove the opposite side outlet, attach the flow diffuser, it's good to point this away from any vegetation, any parked vehicles, preferably up and away from any objects.
That's the best we're gonna get.
With the hydrant fully on, go down. Side. We will note the residual pressure that is left in the hydrant. Mark both these down on your form. with all the caps of the hydrant now removed after the test was completed, we'll take a wire brush and brush around the cap outlets. And then you will take our Zep lubricant afterwards, spread around all the outlet and then inside the outlet caps themselves. We'll put the cap on hand tight. Mark any deficiencies in your form and move on to the next hydrant.